Come on, Supercon, give me a round of applause.
We just recently, we wrote an episode, we're doing season 2, and it opens on Rick and Morty and Summer are at a ball fondlers movie that they went to go to a different, they had to go to an alternate version of Earth to find a ball fondlers movie.
Okay.
I'm going to sit down. This is all going to be Rick and Morty. And
come on,
Community.
no, come on.
I hate everyone.
Come on, Uncle Dino. These kids love you. Tell us about the depression.
Ask a question. Get up here. Get up here.
I don't remember her name. I had to look up all the ball fondlers. It was like a crocodile guy and and there was a woman. But I was stricken by the fact that I think that this character, I think she might be the leader because there was an obvious analog for Mr. T, and then an analog like the crocodile guy seemed like a face man, and there was no Hannibal, and I think it's the woman. So I didn't even realize Ball Fondlers is like a really progressive feminist show because whatever this character is,
do you
whatever
like
her
it
name
tepid,
is,
or with,
I think she's the leader.
Yeah?
Let's call her Frank.
Okay.
Her name's
Can we get
Frank.
a cup up here?
What the?
She wants
What
some
the
vodka.
hell?
I'm hitting on a girl.
What do you?
She likes my shows.
You've replaced me?
What's your name?
I'm Chicken.
Chicken? All right. Chicken and I are going to make love by drinking vodka.
All right, fine. Who's next?
I just need a
sorry,
cup, an empty cup.
One more thing.
Yes.
Are we going to see a continuation of the Evil Morty storyline?
The Evil Morty storyline, I will tell you, in season 2 of Rick and Morty, because we didn't want it to get bogged down before things had a chance to grow and build. There's no actual revisiting of the Evil Morty in season 2. There's a lot of embracing of the idea that there's infinite Ricks, infinite Mortys, infinite Jerrys, infinite Beths. There's a lot of that stuff, but we didn't want to go back to the Evil Morty well until we had let things like rise like a souffle.
Thank you.
You bet.
Question.
Yes.
The movie, the community movie. What format is it going to be on? Is
The
it going
community movie. What for? Really eat that mic. Like get your mouth on it.
like, what format is it going to be in? Is it going to be like
VHS. Whoa! All right. I keep hitting these buttons. I don't even know they exist.
What button did you hit? I want
These
to
guys
hit
love VHS and non chaotic educational systems. All right.
those educational systems?
I'll figure out how these people think.
What happened? What did you say?
He asked what format the community movie was going to be on. I blurted out VHS as a dumb joke.
Yeah.
Because he's 11, so...
I'm 13.
You're what? How old are you?
13.
13. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I get that
This
a
is
lot.
a terrible place to go through puberty. It's a dangerous place,
It's
not
really
a terrible
not.
place. This is a great place to go through puberty, but very dangerous. God knows what you'll be looking at when you have things imprinted on your brain that will last forever.
It's a devil and an angel at the same time.
What's that?
The Supercon. It's a devil and an angel
Oh
at
yeah,
the same time.
it's a devil and an angel. Yeah, I mean I'm 41 years old and I can't get over Batgirl. I know it happened somewhere around here.
Yep.
Yeah. You're also 13, right?
Yeah, 13, totally. Okay, so huge fan of Community, huge fan of fucking Rick and Morty. Dude, awesome. Starburns is my favorite character.
Okay, it's still community, but it's getting closer.
Okay, for lack of a better name, I saw you on Getting Dug.
Lack of a better name?
There's children around. I
Well,
figured I might not.
was it called Doug or not?
It's Getting Dug with High,
Oh,
right?
okay.
It's
And-
Doug Benson's podcast. So
All right, for lack of a
And-
better name.
It's more of a request or anything, but feel free to say no. Do you think I could get you to freestyle?
freestyle rap. You
Yeah.
want a freestyle rap?
Yes, I want a freestyle rap.
Do it.
Yeah. I need a beat. Can you beatbox, young lady? Nope. Yo, Supercon, comic book heroes. Everybody wants to eat Cheerios. Gonna eat it in a bowl with a spoon. I'm gonna see your mama's womb. There's kids here, so I won't say much. Supercon and such. All right, that's all you get. All right. There's certain staples of my freestyle rapping that I don't want to say.
Hey, I'm a huge fan. I'm not 13. I'm just 12 and a half.
All right.
So I wanted to know, is there any episode of Community that you've always wanted to see that you want to see next season?
Any episode of Community that I've always wanted to see that we never did?
I wouldn't mind seeing the first paintball. That
You want to
sounded
see
good.
the first paintball one?
That sounded good.
No, we did that one.
Oh, I thought he was asking me what I wanted to see.
No, he wants to know, or is there going to be another
okay.
one? Yeah.
All right, sorry. I'm a little drunk.
I'll tell you the truth. I'm most excited about season 6 because I'm absolutely out of ideas, and I think that every bad moment of Community, every low point that everyone's ever complained about, has always been a result of me going, I know what to do, and all the good stuff has always been me not knowing what to do and figuring it out. So I think the 6th season will be better than ever because I'm out. I'm done. I'm just going to be trying hard to make a good TV show. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, 13, 14?
Yeah, we'll call it that.
All right.
Love Rick and Morty. Favorite episode was Close to Rick's Encounter of the Rick Time. I want to know what inspired you to create like such a zany show because it's like amazing.
It's Justin Roiland. When Adult Swim called me and said they want to do a cartoon, I called Justin Roiland immediately because my sensibilities would not satisfy Adult Swim's audience for more than 8 seconds. I'm very sterile, dialogue and story based. I'm very quiet and boring, left to my own devices. Justin's like exciting and insane, and he has ADD and OCD and everything that has letters. And so it's just that show. The magic of that show is just me trying to draw a box around Justin's insanity. That's the best answer I could give. Nice. And the best answer anyone could give.
Can't wait for season 2.
Thank you. It's coming great, by the way. We're about done writing season 2, and it takes a long time to make of it. I think, unless I'm totally wrong about what people like about the show, I think it's going to be twice as good as season 1. Hello.
Hi. So this is for both of you. How did you start getting into animation? Like, what did you start with? Was stop motion?
She says this question's for both of us.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Get a little closer, a little louder.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What do you want, baby?
She wants to. She wants to know
how did you get into animation and stop motion?
Good question. Yeah. I like those questions.
I will say that I will come out and say, as I always have, I've never been passionate about animation at all. I'm passionate about the people that are passionate about it.
And it's strange to me because you don't really like dealing with human beings.
No. So what I found with Rick and Morty, I found out why animation's great is because it cuts the actors and the directors and stuff out of everything. Like everything's being drawn and manipulated.
You got so much control. That's what I like about it. Yeah.
Yeah. But like when you were doing like moral oral, like how did you start doing stop motion? Where did that come from?
Well, I wrote this idea that was made pretty much for stop motion, and Nick Weidenfeld at Adult Swim said, "Hey, why don't you hook up with the moral oral guys, the Robot Chicken guys, because you guys got the same sensibility." And I went and I tried to write for that show, and whoo, boy, I sucked. I couldn't write a goddamn joke for them. But I ended up getting my own show and doing it at the same studio.
Mm-hmm.
So,
cool.
yeah.
Great.
That's
Well,
where
thank you.
Okay.
How are you doing over here?
Who's a question for him?
It's actually for both of you guys.
Okay.
First of all,
You're all right back there, right, baby?
Well, first of all, I really like the stuff you guys do. You guys are the reason why I got to watch TV again, because there's something interesting on TV for once.
Thank you.
But I'm really curious to know what sort of relationships you guys had with the other actors on the show.
Well, which show? Community?
Community, yes, sorry.
Community. I love all of them. but I don't really hang out with them because they're actors.
Yeah, actors are a little weird.
And actors like to hang out with other actors. They're like, and they should. When you're an actor, you have to get up at 5 a.m. and do 80 sit-ups and eat an almond for breakfast.
And we're different animals to them. Even me, I'm in front of the camera every once in a while, and they're like, "Really? You don't want to ever fix your teeth or anything?" They don't understand.
And writers they'll be up till 4 a.m. Working as hard as they can to try to make a joke better. It's just like the lifestyles, they don't really mesh. So when you're every once in a while there'll be like a weird off season kind of fun afternoon where an actor like Allison Brie will text me and go, "What are you doing?" I'm drinking. What do you think I'm doing? And then for one rare shining moment, the actors and writers will kind of be hanging out and in the same mode, but the seasons that they work, the armies that they work for, and the schedules of the battles that they have to fight are so different that we never really see each other, and we don't really actually see each other as people. We really respect each other. The writers call Allison Brie the Ferrari, as everybody just wants to write jokes for her because she's amazing, but we barely talk to her. She's down on set, like nailing the jokes, and we watch them on a monitor in the writer's room, and there's so much respect and so much love. It's like a family that you're a part of, but you don't actually ever have dinner with them. So that's what it is. Sorry.
It's all right. Thanks, guys.
What's coming through your hood?
Sup?
Your hood. You have a hood, but then there's things coming through the hood. What's on the hood? Are they antlers?
He said there's supposed to be ears.
There's supposed to be. There's like 8 of them.
Just start asking people if they have Coke.
Hey, how's it going? All right, I'm halfway through season 1 of Rick and Morty, and I love it.
First, introduce yourself. It's Jersey Boys Wolverine.
Hey, bub. Yeah.
I'm Hugh Jackman. 1940s Wolverine.
Yeah. Okay. So
those Jets are gonna be sorry that they messed with the Sharks tonight.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a question about writing for Rick. I was curious if you ever get worried about Rick becoming unlikable because of how obsessed with achieving his goals he is, and if so, how you walk that line of like having him still be funny, but not making him like the audience goes like, "Oh, this guy's a total asshole."
I'm very worried about that constantly, and it's more of an instinctive thing. Like I just follow my gut because I think that what people like about Rick is the same thing they like about Mark Zuckerberg and The Social Network, or Howard Hughes and The Aviator, or any myth where you're just kind of indulging nerd rage. Like we all, I think a lot of the people in this audience probably walk around with a fantasy in their head of like, I don't really understand people's feelings, and they're constantly telling me that I should. And what if I just turned it off like a light and did whatever I wanted? I think they'd really regret ever messing with me. I think that Rick at his best indulges the fantasy of not bothering to care about people. But at his worst, he's really hurting people. And I think the line with Rick that I wouldn't cross is like Rick taking pleasure in hurting people. I think that Rick takes pleasure in doing whatever he wants to do. I don't think that he's a masochist. A sadist. I don't think that he. I don't like humor that's like Eli Roth, kind of like, I'm gonna blowtorch your face because I think that's funny. I think that Rick is like powerful enough and hurtful enough just by minding his own business, and that's it. So
cool. Thank you.
All right.
Hello, Dan, Dino, and Chicken.
What?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
She said hi to us.
Hello. Hi. This one's for each of you. What is your favorite song by Dave? Because you guys are true fans, right?
Well, I mean, I only know the Hee Haw one. I don't even know what it's called. Is it called
Dave
Ant
Matthews?
Martin?
Oh, Dave. His fans call him
Real
Dave.
fans
Sorry.
call him Dave.
I'm so sorry.
Is it the Ant March?
I think our favorite song is.
I like that one song at the end of that one episode of Rick and Morty where it's like, da-na, na, 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 na.
that a Dave Matthews song?
I have no idea.
Well, then shut the fuck up.
Oh. I think my favorite, I don't know what the title is, but it's the song that goes, happy, happy, ho, 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 ho. It's the one where it's about him calling his mom to get more money.
Is that the March of the Ants or something? Or?
Well, that one's but I'm thinking of the other one. It's like a B-side where he's like,
That's beautiful. My parents danced to that at their wedding, actually.
Oh, yeah?
That's great.
This is Dave Matthews' daughter, by the way. That's what's it. She's baiting us.
Wait. Oh, yeah, no, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, one more question. Are we ever going to hear from Bird Person again?
Bird Person is back in season 2, yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm biased, but I think he's like the best Rick and Morty character ever.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey there, guys. I got a question for Dino.
Oh.
I
fuck
know, right?
this.
Out of your
Fuck
chair.
you.
Dan, come back.
Oh, shit.
Come on.
You literally, I've done this a million times and I've never broken one.
So, Dino, any hope for Frankenhole Season 3 now that you got the whole studio underway?
It was broken
No,
before.
but I am pitching another show with monsters in it.
And more
'cause,
claymation?
I only have 3 ideas. Yeah, so there might be. I had a meeting with Universal, who does all the classic monster stuff, and they're like, we would love because they also do Sci-Fi Network. We'd love a science fiction-y monster thing, and I'm like, where the fuck were you guys when I was pitching Frankenhole? I actually pitched it to them, and they're like, that's not really for us. So now they want one, and I thought of another version of Frankenhole.
No hope of a follow-up on Moral Oral either? Is that spent and done?
We did a few Reverend Putty sermons that are going to air on the web, I think. And it's just him talking for like 2 minutes. I cut him down to 90 seconds, and then Mike Lazo, the head of Adult Swim, said, they need to be longer. They need to be 2 minutes. And I said, well, I cut them down because they were getting boring. And he said, that's what I want. I want boring.
And when he wanted dark, you gave him just too much.
What?
When you wanted dark, you gave him dark, and he didn't want dark anymore.
Yeah, he's crazy. But he loves Rick and Morty. So.
All right. Thanks, Dino.
Thanks.
Okay, this is a question for Dan again.
Okay, what's the question? Yeah, ask me, motherfucker. Come on.
Okay, I just wanted to say that for the final episode of Rick and Morty's first season.
I didn't see that.
What? Wait, Rick and Morty? What?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, it's for you.
Fuck you.
Okay, for the final episode.
Sorry. What's going on?
Okay, for the final episode of Rick and Morty's first season, who came up with the idea for Aberdolf Linkler?
Aberdolf Linkler, I think I'm gonna credit myself. I don't want any of the writers to feel like cheated out of it. That came from a conversation where we were talking about in the writers' room how both Abraham Lincoln and Adolf Hitler were comedically hack, like to the point where there was nothing left you could ever do with.
Yeah, I mean, when Hitler has an internet law based around him.
Yeah,
I mean.
Yeah, like Hitler's like. I mean, if a senator tweets the Hitler video, saying that a health plan thing didn't go through, he might get unelected or something. But beyond that, like Hitler's lost his pop cultural strength.
Pretty much.
And same with Lincoln, who it's horrible. If you were alive back then, he got his brains blown out in a movie theater, basically, before they had movies even. It was a terrible thing to happen. And but time has gone by, and Lincoln and Hitler are both not funny anymore. They're not surprising. They're not shocking. There's no way to mishandle them. And so we were just talking about that in the thing, and I said, like, well, what if you combined them and rang that rag a little bit more? So we came up with Aberdolf Linkler, and I drew a drawing of him on the whiteboard. Not very creative.
Not very creative, but he's a great character.
All right, thank you. Do you aspire to be Aberdolf Linkler? I stumped you. I mean, if the answer's no.
I have no idea what the answer to this is, but
who do you want to be? Like you're at a comic book convention. Who's your biggest fantasy? Who would you be if you could be anybody? Batman, Iron Man, who?
For me, the answer would probably end up being some obscure anime character you've never heard of.
Oh, really? You're into anime? Okay.
Yes. But hey, I appreciate some good Western animation too. I mean, that's why I asked a Rick and Morty question.
Yeah.
So
I'm an Iron Man guy myself. What's your name?
Ryan.
Ryan?
Yeah.
It felt like you made that up.
No.
You it got caught in your throat. You went, well, Ryan. I'll go with Ryan.
Well,
are you the Bourne identity? Are you?
No, I mean.
Are you a secret weapon?
No, I mean my name is Ryan, but most people online call me Tober anyway.
Oh, most people online call you what?
Tober.
Tober.
It's like
Tober?
yeah, it's like October but without the OC.
Is that your Twitter handle? October? October without the oct? Is that your Twitter? Are you on Twitter? I'm just trying to get. I thought I could get you some followers or something. I'm not bullying you. I'm trying to do the opposite. I'm trying to raise you up.
Well, in that case, thank you.
Yes. Tober at Tober. Can we tweet you there?
That's I do have a Twitter handle, but not that one. But
boy.
But yeah.
All right. Well, we'll find you. We'll Google Tober. We'll find you. Or we'll Yahoo. We'll Yahoo Tober. Holy. These guys love Yahoo. And they hate stringent draconian educational margins. And they love Deadpool. And chicken people. Yes, sir.
How's it going? Speaking of education, this is a question for the two of you.
Both of us.
Me.
Dan and Dino.
Oh, okay. Fuck you.
Sorry, chicken. All right, so have the strange, wonderful moments of community been influenced by the strange quirks of liberal arts and science colleges?
Wait, okay, God damn it, I didn't hear. I unheard the.
You've got a very suave, low voice.
Thank you. Thank you.
I heard liberal arts colleges. I didn't hear.
Have they been influenced by, because community has a lot of strange moments, and went to a liberal arts college, and a lot of them hit me home. Like, do you know about how strange liberal arts colleges can be? How they influence community, how you characters at the moments?
If you're asking, did I pattern Greendale Community College after
liberal arts
a liberal
college.
arts college or something else?
Yeah,
Like,
something similar around this.
I went to a place called
It's
Glendale.
not a question for me.
Sorry, Dino.
It was cool of you, though, to say for both of you. I appreciate that. I went to Glendale Community College in Glendale, California, and I just based it off of that, but not the bad things, because it's a beautiful campus and the professors there are really hardworking and really proud. Like I that's the only community college I ever went to, and I just sort of based it physically on that, like the size of the rooms and what was going on there. But I dropped out of university. I barely made it through high school. I don't really. Liberal arts is just a phrase to me. I don't even know what it means. But I think that's kind of the point, right? You just get a degree in it, and then you're like, fuck it. Right? No? Okay, that offended you. All right. But I hope that answered your question. Thank you. All right, guys. I see a guy in the line, in the question line, that's going to make us very happy.
Hey, Dan.
I don't want to spoil it.
I have a Channel 101 question.
All right, deep cut.
How did David Seeger, the creator of Car Jumper, transition from contributor to the site to second unit director for Community for the episode Pillows and Blankets?
Well, Secret, that was actually based on something that when I first started doing Community, I noticed that Tina Fey, when she was doing 30 Rock, she did some. There was web stuff for 30 Rock that was directed by her assistant, and that was the only way they could get it done. The face of new media on broadcast networks and studios and stuff is like, it's very slow to grow. And so I noticed that somebody told me, oh, Tina Fey just has her assistant direct all these like Tina Fey getting mail and all that stuff. So I hired an assistant that was a guy that worked at Channel 101 so that I could just do that because I can get my own coffee, but so I got an assistant that could shoot stuff. So then Seeger was like shooting all kinds of stuff and we were putting it online. I hope that answers your question.
It does. Thank you.
It was a dumb answer. What's up, Fred Armisen?
Hello, friend. Ooh, wow, it's a lot louder. All right, so I have 2 questions. My first question is actually for Dino.
Fuck.
Oh, I got you, Dino.
Here.
Please take your
I got
time.
a question for you.
I have a question for you too.
Yes.
All right, my
I'll
first.
be back.
Great. My first question is just in regards to animation. I'm actually a big animation fan, just different styles.
Yeah.
Considering like the direction the animation is going, like the advancement of like styles and stuff, do you think claymation's still going to be relevant like in the oncoming years, or do you think it's gonna go extinct?
Well, I mean, I think it was almost extinct for a while, and then it. I think people my age and a little younger who still liked it brought it back. It'll probably go away for a while again, and then people who grew up with Robot Chicken and Moral Orel will probably want to replicate it a little bit again. It'll go through waves. But we're, our studio's in the process of making a feature film written by Charlie Kaufman right now, and it's going to be amazing. I think maybe 7 people will like it, but I'm hoping that'll usher in kind of a new kind of world for stop motion, like for adults, in some kind of way.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say, and like relative to that, because like it was really big. At just a lot of the claymation movies I remember were really traumatic, but just back from the '80s, because claymation's always really scary to me. Just because when I grew up, it was like '90s, so we had like
It's creepy, these things that were moving around.
yeah, just the way it moves, it's so odd, but just I thought it was really cool. So thanks for that
That's
one.
not
And then-
what Jesus wants. Clay shouldn't move.
And my second question.
Second question's for you, asshole.
It is indeed. You ready?
Yep.
All right. So my second question. So me and my friends, we all love watching Rick and Morty, and we like watching it typically while we're under the influence of stuff. So my question is just in regards to that is how often is Justin Roiland either like drunk or under the influence while he's like recording? Because sometimes you could hear that like sometimes the slurs are a little bit more natural than you think so.
Well, the Rick and Morty Blu-ray will be coming out very soon, and you'll hear, if you listen to the commentary track, what Justin actually sounds like if he has more than one drink, because he does the commentary track and has a couple sips of things. Justin's pretty straight edge. He doesn't have any opinions about drugs or alcohol or anything, but he doesn't typically use them, especially when he works or anything. So you can hear him drunk on the commentary track on the Blu-ray, and you'll see how absolutely unworkable it is. You'll hear me going, "Okay, we have to stop now. The lawyers are waving their hands. We have to stop." And there's like, but Justin's he's I think his insanity is already so much more than what it would feel like to be drunk or anything like that. Like Justin has so many things wrong with his brain without having to imbibe or partake of anything.
Oh God.
That's what my farts sound like.
Perfect.
Courtesy of the new. It's you can buy those out in the gift shop. It's a device you fit into your sphincter. When you fart, instead of it smelling and sounding bad, it's
Jesus.
It's kind of cool. I don't know. I can't license any stuff. I wanted to make it sound like Darth Vader, but it's too expensive. So it just sounds like a lady telling you to go to the white courtesy phone.
Perfect. Thanks a lot,
All right.
guys.
Thank you, Fred Armisen.
All right, I have a question for you, actually, about Rick and Morty as
All
well.
right.
Let's see, how do I phrase this? Okay, it's a 2-part question, both regarding the one true Morty. So the first part is, Do you think that the Morty that we all know and love is the one true Morty, or do you think it's evil eye patch Morty?
The one true Morty, I don't know. I mean, all I know is what you know. Like, I pride myself on that. I don't want Rick and Morty to get too bogged down in stuff that we know that the audience doesn't know, because I think I've learned from Lost and Dexter and stuff like that Reddit, the internet in general, is like a render farm in terms of watching television. Like, you're never going to be one person in Beverly Hills thinking that you know more than 250,000 people talking to each other while they're watching the show. So I know what you know about Evil Morty and the one true Morty. I know that a room full of Mortys have a myth about a one true Morty, and I know that there's an Evil Morty, and that's what I know. Sorry to disappoint.
No, I totally get that. Okay, then the second question is, all right, if our Morty is the one true Morty, and do you think he's ever gonna realize that and really take it upon himself to be the one true Morty? And how do you think Rick is gonna react to that?
Yeah, I think there's a clear indication at the end of that episode that like Morty's
the Mortiest
can't
Morty.
become too assertive and too dominant, or as something starts to go wrong. Rick says that don't get too big for your britches, don't get too smart, it goes bad, believe me. And that's like alluded to the Evil Morty thing. Like, is our Morty somehow like, is he special? I would definitely think so, because our show has to follow a character. So our show includes the idea that there's an infinite number of you and an infinite number of me, and that everything that we think is meaningful is meaningless. But it's TV, so there has to be somebody important. I think it's our Morty is important.
Definitely. All right, well, thanks.
That's it. All right. Have a pretzel.
All right.
How you guys doing back there? All right.
Oh.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? I want to know something. Seeing as Doctor Who...
Really eat that mic. Get it right in your mouth. Just act like you're Michael Winslow, and you're doing a helicopter. But instead of a helicopter, it's your question. My name is Roger.
No.
Yeah.
Seeing as Doctor Who has influenced both Community and I think Rick and Morty, I'd like to know who is your favorite Doctor or like season or era of Doctor Who?
I'm not a big fan of Doctor Who. Don't like it. I think it's silly. It's just making fun of it on Community, and I've barely watched it. The episodes are like 8 hours long. I can't even tell what the hell's going on. The guy keeps changing. Sometimes he's got a bow tie. Then he's got a bonnet. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's British. I took what I liked out of it, and I exploited it, and I apologize. I don't like Doctor Who.
Now we know.
Rob Schraub loves Doctor Who. That's me torturing him without...
Hi.
Hello.
I have a question about Rick and Morty. I noticed that the episodes, they start kind of normal, and then things go wrong and escalate very quickly, especially with the Cronenberg episode. Do you, like, for writing those episodes, do you work backwards from the disaster, or do you kind of build towards it, or how does it work?
I don't really use the same process twice. I think the thing that you're describing, like, that's definitely in a post-Simpsons world, like, that became an option. Like, we'll make no compunctions about, oh, they're going to get ice cream on Venus, and that's when they find out that this thing is happening. If we have to write a story backwards, then we'll write it backwards. It's when we get stuck, you know. I find that the easy thing to write is the first half of a story, and then the second half of the story with Rick and Morty, because there's one commercial break right in the middle of the episode. It becomes just math homework, and it's like, then you find out, is the first half of your story actually symmetrical?
He's not even going to know it's you.
All right. But yeah. It's hard. It's hard writing. That's all I can tell you. That's a beautiful gown.
Thank you.
You look lovely.
Thank you very much.
Have a good Supercon.
Thank you, you too.
All right, great.
My question's for Dino.
Great.
Dino, I'm a big fan of everything you do. I think you're great. I think everything you've ever done is really brilliant, and it should be noticed more.
How much better am I than Dan Harmon again?
You're a good deal taller and thinner.
Thank you.
What?
Did you hear that?
No, I was doing upstaging mic cord things.
So I have two questions, Dino.
Yeah.
Now you created High School USA.
Oh!
So what?
Where the fuck have you guys been? You haven't been watching it, I know that.
My question is, what is High School USA?
That's America's question.
Fell right into that one. It's a show that,
My next question
Yeah.
is for Dino.
Oh, that's me.
Wow. What did you do when you disappeared behind the stage?
Oh, should I tell? Are you okay with it? She sucked some pot out of her. We smoke pot.
Did you bring enough for everyone?
Yeah, I mean, if everyone smokes as much as I do, I'm a lightweight. Yeah.
And I have a question for Dino.
Oh, yeah.
What is your most embarrassing moment? I'm sorry, I shouldn't say embarrassing. That doesn't apply.
Yeah.
What is your most triumphant moment?
You could probably think of that better than I can.
I'm thinking of the 70-year-old guy on the floor of the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. I went to a dominatrix once, and there's probably kids here.
Clean it up.
You guys know Scott Adson from...
So you went to a personal trainer once.
Scott Adson from TV's 30 Rock from the
Pete
Sun.
Hornberger! Hornberger! That's his catchphrase. Remember on that show when he goes, Hornbergers!
Let me ask you this, Dan. Do you have a catchphrase? Is it something from Community that you wrote too many times?
I think it's just the idea of just Die Hard.
I haven't seen your show. I love Doctor Who.
I think Dan's catchphrase is...
You love Doctor Who?
I do.
What's your favorite thing about Doctor Who?
The actors.
Which ones?
I like Tom Baker. I like Matt Smith.
The two that I could name.
I could really...
What about John Pertwee?
What?
Yeah, Doctor Who, motherfucker!
Does anyone know if, Sherlock and Watson are here? Because my daughter wants an autograph of them.
If they were here, Dino, no one would be sitting in this audience. All right, I'm done.
Yeah, good
Okay,
job.
thanks. Scott Adson
Hornberger.
from 30 Rock from the Sun.
No, let the young lady. Why is Pete Hornberger bullying the young lady? Let the young lady ask a question.
Yes.
This question is for both of you.
Thank you.
Are you single?
Yes, I am actually.
Oh.
Fuck
you.
My question is, where, if any, do you hide your secret meat?
I have. The question is, where do I hide my secret meat?
It's where all of ours is.
If I were a butcher, I would go
the
behind the
shoulder.
shoulder blade.
Behind the shoulder.
There's a piece of pork loin.
And I wouldn't give it to anyone.
Not loin, but
It's
whatever.
a shoulder.
The shoulder blade. Traditionally, the butcher kept secret from the butcher police. All right.
Yeah, he didn't like money.
All right.
Thanks,
you.
Sandra.
All right.
Hey guys. Hey Dan, I hugged you last night because you told me that if I hugged you, I would get your writing powers, but I think you lied.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you try to write something?
I tried.
And you didn't have my writing powers?
It was not good. No.
I'm sorry.
But it's I have two questions. The first one is actually for everyone on the stage, and that includes Chicken. Okay.
Chicken.
All right. So, last night you revealed to the world your hatred of Luigi. You called him a lesser plumber. I wanted to see if you could elaborate. And for Dino and Chicken, what are your theories as to why Dan hates Luigi?
Who's Luigi?
While they're talking about it, I'll just say that I think that in any partnership, especially with two brothers, I believe that you can be guaranteed that they're not equally talented. And I think that everyone knows that everyone experienced using Mario. He went down pipes, he did things. We know that Mario is the real plumber. And then Luigi got added, I feel, at a certain point.
I don't
and
know.
he's
Because, like, Luigi's kind of like the second light that, like, Mario lights the darkness. But, like, Luigi comes in and is like, hey, I'm here. Like, I'm not lost.
I agree with that. I think that Luigi is forced into the mythology constantly and going, hey, I'm here. Don't forget me. Because you would automatically. There's no such thing as Luigi Kart. There's no such thing as an evil Luigi. Oh, there probably is right now.
Exactly.
All right, calm down.
There is actually, yes.
Well, that's only because it's just connecting dots. I think clearly Luigi is an inferior plumber, an inferior adventurer with inferior powers.
He just wants to be as good as Mario, okay? He's his brother, and he
Exactly.
wants to be seen the same way.
Yeah, he wants to be as good as Mario.
Now, Dan, are you aware
A
of
lot
the
of us do.
Yeah, that's true. Now, Dan, are you aware of the Luigi Death Stare?
The Luigi Death Stare?
Yeah.
No.
For Mario Kart 8. Are you afraid that you'll be the next recipient of the Death Stare?
Jesus, no. What is this? What's no?
You might want to Google it or search it on YouTube, Luigi Death Stare. It's pretty scary,
Are
actually.
you giving me the Death Stare right now?
I'm not Luigi. I can't do it. It's only
You're
Luigi.
recording. You're holding your phone up. You're taping me. Is this like The Ring? Am I gonna die?
You have 7 days.
You people watching on YouTube, I denounce the Luigi Death Stare.
I don't know where Dino
And if
went.
I'm alive when you're watching this, then stop fearing this. Stop living in fear. Luigi is bullshit. He's a taller, greener Mario. He's full of shit. Garbage. He's a garbage person. I've talked to people that doubt he's Italian. Some people believe he's Japanese. I don't know if that matters to you, but it matters to me.
Touche. And quick question, how did you come up with the 8-bit episode? Because I love that. That's my favorite episode.
The 8-bit episode we came up with was like, I actually wanted to do a Minecraft episode for a long time, but the idea of indoctrinating people into the idea of Minecraft, like that world, seemed less, I don't know, it would just seem clumsier. It would take too much story time. You have a half-hour show, so I felt like more people were familiar with platformers and that world. A video game is a video game, so that's where it came from. Yeah, I like to do an animated episode every season, so that was the easy way to do animation that year. It's a boring answer. Sorry, Luigi sucks. Go tell your Luigi friends that I said what's up.
What's up, Dan? I'm a really big fan of you and Dino's for a long time now.
I don't know where Dino went.
Yeah,
Dino's
at the back of the line. Yeah. So I'm gonna
He
ask you a
just kinda
question. Yeah, he's right
All
there.
right.
Disappeared. Lights are in my eyes. I don't know. I'm drunk.
I already know your question. Your question is what happened to Seattle? And I'm like, it's here.
Everything's ruined. I had the ending to the panel all wrapped up.
What?
and- yeah. But forget it. Now we're
Let
not
him
doing
ask
it.
his question.
Oh, okay.
I'm a really big fan. Everyone always talks about sci-fi franchises that go down early, and everyone always brings up Firefly, but I really love Heat Vision and Jack.
Oh.
Yeah,
thank you.
I'm a huge fan of that. Are you working on the movie that they're going to make?
Heat Vision and Jack, I heard tell that they're working on a cartoon version of it. Rob Schraub and I are not involved.
Oh, okay.
We, I think, would like to do a live-action version of Heat Vision
Yeah, I
and
heard
Jack.
there might be a movie. It's amazing.
I think that's how to do it. I don't think...
Could you talk a little bit about how that project came to be? I love that.
No, go
It's
fuck
so
yourself.
beautiful.
Sit down.
That was just... What? Oh. That was just me and Schraub trying to actually get out of a deal that we had with ABC Television. It's a long story. It's hard to explain. Google it. You'll hear me talking about it on podcasts and stuff. But we just wanted to write a show that people, I don't know, that represented how we felt about television.
Dino's a regular.
All right, Super T.
Hi, I have a question for Dan. I was just wondering,
with the condensed community.
Dino's giving you the finger, by the way. He's right next to
I'm
you.
a big fan of you as well. I love your character, Starburns. With the condensed community seasons, I was wondering, does that help with the creative process, or does that actually harm the creative process?
Dino doesn't care because he's here.
I'm not sure. I don't know if doing 13 is better than doing 25. I know that doing the show off schedule, which they started to do season 3, when they go like, we don't know when the show's going to be airing, which means you don't know when anyone's birthday is. You don't know if it's Christmas or Halloween or anything. That's worse than doing it in an environment where it's like, okay, our Halloween episode is going to be here. So 13 versus doing 25, I don't care. That's it. That's your answer.
And I had another question. When you're writing Community, do you tend to write for the actors on the show, or do you have their characters already set, or do you tend to work in their personalities, little sparks of their personalities?
The writing for character versus the writers tend to work in tandem with the actors. Like Allison Brie's character on Community, to use an example, she on paper in the pilot that I wrote, that's just Reese Witherspoon's character from Election. It's just a ripoff of Tracy Flick. She's just a type A, like, academic nuisance. That's all she is. And then Allison Brie occupied the character, and she brought her flirtation, her joy, her humor, her wit into the character. And as she did, the writer's room would go, okay, so now we know more about Annie. And they would feed her more lines, expanding on that. And then Allison would do them with absolute conviction, and it would go back and forth. That's how all characters get dimensionalized on a sitcom. So it's like respiration, you know, carbon dioxide and oxygen going around and around and around.
And I just have, I love your work. I think you're a genius. I love Monster House, Community, Rick and Morty. You know, I think you're a genius.
Thank you. I love Dino's work. What a great person.
Boo!
Boo!
So this is a question for the Big D Club up there, both of y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, Chicken and Dan over here.
Oh, Chicken and Dan.
The Double D Club.
There you go. So it's a question and a half. And the first one is, if you can reincarnate anybody and put him in the show, how would you write him in and how would you kill him?
Reincarnate just any person of the world?
In the world, yes.
Just on the planet Earth.
On the planet Earth, throughout history.
Boy, that's a tough one.
All right, to think it over.
Well, Einstein.
Man,
I would
bear,
go with
pig.
Einstein.
Whatever the answer is, man, bear, pig.
Man,
bear, pig.
Right. Sure. I would resurrect Einstein and have him be a character on the show, and then I would kill him by having him run afoul of his own theories. You know, like have him get crushed by gravity.
All right, and all right.
Because like a locker was so big
Hello?
that it slowed down time.
I've actually just shortened it into a comment. @the1Abe, # 6 seasons in a movie, # Yahoo, # pop pop.
Hashtag pop pop. Hashtag best person ever.
Last question.
All right, my question's actually for Dino.
Ah!
I just want to ask, when you were working on the original version of Conan, how much did you think you were covering new ground, and how much do you think you were already walking a path that had been walked by Letterman in the 80s?
Sit the fuck down. Good night, everybody.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dino and Dan.
I'll answer that personally with you.
Was his question just, are you a hack? Like, do you think you're a
Do you think you're a hack?
I know I'm a hack.